haven't seen him in any games.
You
I
know,
think he made his way into some qualifier I was covering.
I had a chance to interview X5 a long time ago, and obviously I had to ask him the question, so I did. And I'm pretty certain from memory he told me he literally just like hit his keyboard or something and it stuck. Which, if that's actually true and he wasn't trolling me, then hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Anyway, that is a different story. Time to get to the matter at hand. Eyeballers, of course, picking this map. They will start T side, so that'll be a little bit of time before they get up and running. We'll see. A pistol will be very important. Heavy on the utility, actually. 4 flashes, a smoke and a molly as we get overpass underway. Heavy connector stack.
Yeah, and heavy on the guns for PERA as well, doubling down. Both Poria and Bibu going for the dual Berettas. See if they get much of a fight there, though. At least they will have that quick rotation back in towards B, where it seems the hit will come through. Poria playing around the pillar right now with the flashes to assist. He has a wild spray, only able to get that initial kill. Some decent damage around with Redder on towards Golden, but he's not able to double down. And unfortunately now with a molly on short cutting off the rotation, the bomb site itself does fall. Although the bomb planter might be in trouble, so not quite able to catch the time. It's just about Pepser tucks in and even takes a kill before he goes down. They've got that bomb planted open now as well to play the after plant. And this is going to be a very difficult retake with no kit.
Oh, getting the kills though. What a pre-fire. That is from DGL. He's taken JW and HEAP out of the equation. And once again, it's down to Golden on a T-pistol. And once again, they're kitless. But this time, the only difference is that they managed to kill him a lot quicker. Defuse can come in comfortably, and that's a really important start to CT side for PERA. But of course, Eyeballers do get the plant, so they're going to have something to work with in this following round.
Yeah, they might go straight in for the Galils here, perhaps. Try and get the early round win and see if they can just stop PERA from building any confidence in the early stages here, and that's exactly what they're going to go for. Pepser gets the Galil, everyone else should pretty much just join him. Maybe on a Mach 10.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe Golden could even like play Deagle Kevlar and actually maybe even drop an AK. I think he would have, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, drop an AK.
We would have had it, and then so like 100 left over, yeah. So we just about did it.
He swapped the Galil to his teammate anyway, so it's as long as it's short, pretty much. They still have 4 rifles, and Golden will stick with the Deagle, and
they
he
get nades
prioritizes
as well.
Utility. Exactly. So
they wouldn't have got the nades otherwise. So
it makes sense. Agreed.
The MP9's going aggressive here. Not maybe expecting rifles in play. That could be dangerous. Needed the door off connector here in the early stages as well to try and go for that peak, and well, with that they might just miss the fact that these players have already advanced all the way out mid. I think they're aware that there was presence around here at the very least, because they are quite focused on it. The A-bomb site itself is kind of weak on defense. There's the up around towards long. There's one player on the bomb site itself, and in a second that's just now on the way up, but the push from connector comes through from Aaron. It's unfortunately only 1 kill, and then the Galils just light up that kill feed.
What a switch around that was. That could have easily spiraled there for Eyeballers, but look what Zapex done. In the midst of that madness, he's pushed through B, cleared up the site entirely, and it's a safe plant coming in for Eyeballers here. Ooh, I was going to say, if that HE was a little bit closer, maybe JW and HEAP, if they were playing next to each other, it could have even taken both of them if they were very lucky. But, yeah, no risk this time. The balls will hit straight back, and that's kind of what they needed to do, right? I mean, it can definitely snowball if you're the CT side. You beat the force buy, that means you're up against another eco, of course. So yeah, really important for Eyeballers to hit straight back. At least it'll be an important save for PERA to keep this AWP in play. Of course, a second round AWP. DGL will afford that. Of course, now, the fact he got that kill means that Eyeballers know it exists.
Yeah, I mean, it was a risky buy for sure, but I don't think it was much of an issue. Maybe if he had the rifle, he would have played a bit more aggressive around the long bathrooms, and they wouldn't have had such an easy time getting in towards, well, getting up towards A as they kind of did to get those initial picks. Obviously, the actual fight started when Aaron went on a mad one out of top connector, but that was only a single kill that came in from either team there. It was towards the bomb site itself where the 2 extra frags, I believe, were found. But yeah, with the weapons at least saved forward, they do have obviously an op and an M4, a couple of MP9s, and a decent bit of utility as well to back it up. And well, they were trying for the early boost to see if they could shut down the short aggression. Instead, it's going to be in towards short itself that the fight happens. And well, despite some good damage from the Galil, it actually is the initial frag that goes the way of the CT side. That nade though, no, not quite landed. It was PERA either way. I thought it might have been one of the low health players walking up the ramp.
Yeah. This is now really tough for eyeballers, actually. Yeah, I kind of spread across the map right now. Looks like I'm going to sort of reconvene in the bathrooms. Hoping to maybe catch one more PERA player going aggressive somewhere, perhaps with one of the SMGs. Boyer is upgraded to the Galil now. Low HP, of course, on DGL. Nice clear from Pepdor, and actually, it's a WhatsApp, but in the knee. So, that recovers the situation. That's a big threat removed. It can be recovered, of course, but do you even want to recover it just yet? Because retaking with an AWP would be difficult. Question is, do they have to retake? There is still the Galil that Poyo's recovered, and CO in water. Utility picked up for Pepsor. 30 seconds. It's definitely going to be B. But I think PERA have read this one pretty well. Flash over Monster. Eyeballers are going to have to hit the entries on this one. Good damage done, but that's a tough angle to clear. And Poyo gets his frag. Water not being checked properly. And there are just so many players here. That is unfortunately the end for Eyeballers in this round. Pepsor trying his best to do damage, but can't complete it. And the op's been saved over as well, with Aaron getting that extra kill. So, Forced by Wars will probably continue here.
I mean, they could take the one eco. Only JW is looking at the double eco, so if they could get a bomb plant down even, it would have allowed the full buy, but they want to go for it. Get 2 AKs, a couple of Galils. One Galil, rather, unless Pepsor wants to drop one and go Kevlarless, so they don't do that. He's actually given the AK from Golden. So it'll be Golden instead of ends up with the Deagle, no Kevlar. JW should be on a Deagle body armor, most likely, or Tech 9 and armor.
Yeah,
Either way, it's okay.
It is tempting to save in these situations, right? But, you know, the loss bonus, 1900, would have probably afforded them a bit better than this. Maybe 4 rifles rather than 3.
Yeah, JW wouldn't
have
had enough unless they got a bomb plant either way.
But the meta kind of dictates that you keep force buying until someone wins 2 rounds in a row, right? At the current moment, so...
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking though, when Eyeballers had the guns in hand on Mirage, they didn't seem to have too much trouble. It was when they had the scrappy back and forth that PERA were actually kind of in that game.
Yeah, very true.
Player, I think, already made it across to playground there. It's going to be connected over the actual fight happens. He gets flashed, but it doesn't matter. Easy enough kill there on towards Aaron. I thought there was going to be at least the one frag on towards the player deeper in connector, but he doesn't manage anything before going down. Instead, it's CO who has to get some success rather in towards short, and fortunately is only good for the 1 kill, forcing them to actually re-aggress on short now.
Oh, nicely done actually. That double peek works out successfully, but Golden has dealt with DGL. He couldn't get anything done this time, so that's a big scalp to take. Golden's once again picked up the AWP. We saw what he could manage with a picked up AWP in the last round of the first map. And now in a 3 versus 2, all that nade is absolutely spot on. After plant in position, and the problem is PERA do not have a smoke. It'd be very doable, it feels like, if they had a smoke. A kit is a possible, maybe. Bigu can hold his teammate. There is a flash that comes through, and Pepsor will get taken down. So this is now a lot more doable than before. But JW holding that long-range angle, of course. Golden's given him the AWP. Now Poyo is trying to advance for the kills, but JW catches the frag beautifully through the corner of bathroom. And once again, Eyeballers hit straight back. Still, these Forced by Wars will continue. But this time, do PERA decide to full eco? Because if they do, they would have rifles in the next.
Yeah, well, I was stupid to say that they should have gone for the eco. Clearly. PERA are going to take the eco though. I'm always stupid. Good way. Good stupid.
In a good way, yeah.
Stupid good, that's what I am. All
stupid.
USBs.
Me good. JW, what can he do? Oh my goodness. This Molotov's going to be pretty tasty.
Yeah, that's
Surely
going to
they push forward.
ruin them.
Yeah. Okay.
This could be dangerous. Yeah, JW needs to fall back. Maybe bait them into this AK that's waiting now. It's a golden opportunity. Ha ha ha.
You're always good for a pun, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Not a good one.
Never, I mean, it doesn't have to be good or bad. You're just always good for one. So.
Good for a bad pun, yeah.
Exactly. Never fails. Never fails. I always do need to be, like, vaguely careful here. There's some USPs in play, but yeah, okay, they dealt with the threat. That's fine now. Sapek gets his first kill of the game. And Bibu smoke with his USP, but that's now on the floor as well. Good clear from JW. He gets his kill even though he got swarmed, of course, in connector. Now, CO is just trying to be a bit cheeky. Head down on barrel. Can he get a couple of dinks? One kill would be nice, but not to beat. And Eyeballers will take the lead.
Yeah, PERA are going to buy despite having two players stuck on the MP9s. And not great utility across the board. I think this is why they probably should have actually continued the force buys in that previous round.
Yeah, that is the logic behind it, right? I mean, you, as you say, a couple of players on 3.5k. It dictates the MP9 and utility rather than a rifle.
Ooh. And well, it's forcing them to go quite aggressive here in the early stages. Deep smoke for Aaron to try and peek in towards Fountain. There's only one player, to be fair, in this area. He's moved over towards the playground already. Elsewhere, it's connector control and maybe short eventually that they'll be heading towards. If they do head in this direction, they'll find both of those MP9s waiting. It's elsewhere, though, that Aaron, I believe, getting aggressive towards mid. Yeah, he had stuck around up on party, and unfortunately that didn't work out for him when that late connector peek came in. Oh, did he see the gun? He did. There we go. The op has an easy shot. JW shuts down Bibu. And at that point is probably expecting another player pushed up, surely. Should have known it was at least a possibility.
Negative.
Didn't really seem to be too cautious.
Oh, that's a great positioning, though, from Sapek. Managing to creep out Monster, managing to grab a kill. 4 versus 2 for Eyeballers. Poyo and DGL. I think DGL might even get caught out by this heap lurk as well if he pushes further forward at least, but like timing there, and Poyo has to go pretty insane here. Finds one. Actually, they are picking one by one. That's going to give them a chance. Golden convinced he can get that trade. Not going to happen. Now we've got a conversation in this round. They know where one is, and of course Heap is still lurking around A, so Pepsol just has to commit to staying alive here. Can't afford to swing. Heap is now here in action, and actually he's picked up a Molotov, which could prove to be pretty huge, actually. And just bank that offshore onto the bomb, and I don't think PERA will have a chance in this round. Okay. That should be fine. No, actually, it doesn't reach the bomb plant, so they've got another one, thankfully. They're going to be alright. You would think. Heap last alive. I think he realises he's done it, yes. The Molotov has won the round, as I suspected. Slightly worrying for a split second there, but he'll be able to pick up the AWP, and I think he can save it, and actually DGL can't even get away, so they find a way.
Yeah, this is a little bit worrying now for PERA. They're really not off to the start that we said they needed, considering they do lean pretty heavily CT-sided in a very minimum pool of games, in fairness, and 3 matches that we're looking at. It's not a huge sample to work with. Maybe they're great on the T side and they just haven't had much of a chance to play it.
Yeah, true. I mean, both these teams are kind of in the same boat. Eyeballers definitely got a few more maps on record on HLTV lately, right?
Yeah.
It's PERA, who are obviously playing with CO Cardal from the Gucci Academy roster, played quite a lot in Tier 3, and Bibu, of course, was on that NASA team, Middle Eastern roster, for a long time. A known player. Plays probably quite a lot of FPL, if I'm not mistaken.
Or you was hoping to try and catch that short aggression early on with the boost, see if they can maybe take a man advantage and then perhaps take some sort of a stack afterwards, but unfortunately no early success to be found. They are, I believe, rotating most of the presence back up towards the A-bomb site at least, so they are willing to make a bit of a gamble on the call. Aaron in towards long though is going to have some trouble here when Pepser comes close. He's got a deagle, sure, but he's not had a great performance himself so far. 2 and 5, so this would be a great time to step up. Oh, the flashed out. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's. I've got to say, so far, eyeballers in this entire series, their flash work and making sure they're not peeking anything dry has been pretty solid. Well, yeah, they found the rifle in the open, and just when he falls off the ledge, that's when eyeballers pounces. The USP of DGL actually does a great job to get to, but no more than that. JW gets another couple of kills to add to his tally. 8 and 4, again leading the way for eyeballers. He's having a good day, is JW. And PERA really need to find a way to get a couple more CT rounds on the board. I'd feel very confident right now if you're eyeballers. 5 on T is already pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad start, and they're going to be aiming for a lot more considering how early on they've already hit that mark. Pepser burns himself a little bit there, singes his toes, throwing his own molly. We'll likely see an exchange towards connector, and well, it's going to have to happen because DGL doesn't have much of a choice about falling back anymore, especially as JW gets that initial kill on towards Aaron, so he is pinned in connector.
Oh, this is horrible.
I wouldn't like to be him right now. He needs to make a decision and take one of these fights.
Oh, JW, has he seen him? Timing either way. He's still in an awful position, DGL, despite Bibu taking Sapek out of the round. More kills coming in elsewhere too. Still 3 versus 3, and DGL actually has timed it really nicely. Fair play. JW now realizes what's going on. Deep Molotov might choose to try and peek behind it a little bit, and yes, he'll give it a look. But Pepsaw has taken map control off the back of it. He's going to go all the way through to bank, actually. And there's no one close to this to hear it at all. Oh my goodness. JW, oh, creeping up. No scope battle perhaps, but DGL just checks it in time. Wow. If JW takes that kill, this makes Pepsaw's flank very interesting indeed. But now it's going to be guessed at some point, you would think. I think already one person will look toward heaven, yes, but not CT. So now they know where he is. Will they expect a second toward pillar, though? You would think not. And a great flash coming over the top. Pepsaw is very blind. And Seo is playing this one pretty well. Yeah, Pepsaw had no clue. It's actually DGL who takes the kill. And an important round for PERA.
Some signs of life. The economy is okay for eyeballers, so they can buy again, but it's going to cost them everything, and there will be some weaknesses, as you can see, with a Galil and maybe even a pistol for HEAP, most likely. Importantly, they have that up on JW. Got a little bit of a technical pause, unfortunately, here. Hopefully nothing too serious. Everyone bought up on the eyeballers side, so if someone disconnected or something, it's definitely not on that side. There we go. Whatever it was is resolved and we're ready to get back into it. An MP9 still for Bibu. So it's not perfect for PERA either. Really, this is a crucial round for both sides. PERA even more so, perhaps, even though they have the slightly better weapons. If they lose this round, their economy is destroyed. They get 2,400, they maybe have a few pistols then in the next round. Eyeballers would likely be on 7, and it's just not a position they can afford to be in, so...
Indeed. This is an important reinforcing round for PERA. It's a swing round. Economy on both sides, as we've just discussed, very low. So, rides on this one. I think eyeballers will know it. They've Golden and JW have been playing the game long enough to realise the state of the economy. I don't think that will spread to Aaron. Should be fine there. After the Molotov, will be thrown in that positioning connector, which does spread to that little cubby on the right. Not this time, though. Keep happy to play a default in that position still. Or are we going for a triple boost toward ABC here? The MP9 might only need to be one boost. We can play the jumping MP9, and there we go. The mid-air accuracy of that SMG, best in the game. and Bibu shows it off.
Well, I had said the MP9 might be a problem, something holding them back in this round. They proved us wrong, and well, another kill from DGL now in towards middle gives them a 5-on-3. He wants to take the peak in connector as well, and well, can't quite land it apparently. I thought the second was going to be enough to get it done. I don't think people expect another player tucked in here in connector though, so it should be a free enough trade for Aaron, and yeah, no issues at all. Up on the A-bomb site in the meantime, JW creeping forward. If he gets this kill, might give them some hope, and well, he does indeed, but unfortunately with 14 seconds, that bomb already walking on B, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Golden gets that kill. Molly in towards short, he can plant the bomb. Aaron's going to run through though, and he has to get off the plant, unfortunately, as time runs out. Bibu gets the kill just before it runs out though, I believe, so at the very least, JW gets his loss bonus.
Yeah, that was an interesting round, actually. I mean, yeah, there's obviously DGL felt confident to continue re-peaking in connector, knowing that he had Aaron as an insurance policy. And Aaron still being full HP, of course, from his duel. If he was low, that Molotov would may have been a problem, but he still had a smoke either way. So I realised that, yeah, it's definitely worth pushing and denying the plant here. It would secure the round 100%. Get Golden off the plant. Even if he died to Golden, there would be no time for JW to get anywhere close, of course. So comfortable. It does put eyeballers onto their eco now, so a chance for PERA to even it up.
This should be straightforward enough. If PERA can keep all 5 standing, they'll put themselves in a great position to have the economy to try and just finish this out 7-5 for the half, which will be decent. But we did say we were expecting PERA to get the majority of their rounds on the CT side. Others really are taking their time, considering they don't have a lot to work with. They will eventually flash in towards short to try and steal away a weapon. Unfortunately, Aaron gets 2 before they can find the trade, and well, even now they haven't quite recovered the AK. It is going to be picked up pretty soon. I'd imagine it's in the open, not being watched. And there you go, Pepser has it in his hands now. Perhaps if they can trade out this Opper, at the very least there's a chance for something to be done. And well, despite the initial kill, DGL somehow stays alive, pulls out the P250 and finishes it off with the assistance of PERA. So there you have it, 5-5. It's tied up. I was worried eyeballers were going to run away with it at one point, so it is good to see PERA have turned it around again.
Yeah. Ducking and diving there from DGL, turning around as that pistol came rushing in, knowing, of course, maybe a little bit harder to hit the headshot when back is turned. Reacts with the P250 to get the kill nicely. And it's, of course, DGL had a pretty slow game on map 1, like we've mentioned, so yeah, it's nice to see him step up. It is an Overpass paradise, CT said Overpass though, so you expect him to improve, and he has done, so he's lived up to the billing. Last 2 rounds and a half. Will it be a 6-6 or a 7-5 to one of these teams? We'll have to see. They're going to go aggressive toward Monster like this. It's a great change-up from PERA to push 2 toward Monster like that. Very common strategy. Aaron reloading in the open. Somehow stays alive. Almost. Still stays alive. And gives Golden a headache, but gets away with it. So, still a lifeline for eyeballers in round 11.
Golden continuing to take fights. Molly, I think, just about forcing that player out of position right into the crosshair of JW. That's a strong team play right there to give them a 3-on-3, and they've still got a minute on the clock, so they don't have to rush this. There's 2 players on the A-bomb site right now that they're going to have to contend with if they do fully commit, and that looks to be the play. PERA looked in towards the van, gets taken down by JW, who's opened up this A-bomb site single-handedly. He gets all 3 kills to give them control, and well, DGL, I don't think there's a lot he can do. Does have an op that would be worth saving, but he's moving in right now, and JW's going to be ready for him, so there you have it. He gets himself the 4K.
JW, loving life. He had a 2KD on map 1 at the end of play. Well, he's got a 2KD again now. 14 and 7. That is a brilliant quad kill from him. And as you say, rightly point out, great team play from eyeballers. Golden managing to get that trade on long and spotted the other player in the cubby. He still had a Molotov, forces him into the open. It forces him into JW. And another 2k entry off the bat after that from JW makes it look easy. Great stuff from him so far today. The T-Steps Molotov fails as well for PERA, so that gives Eyeballers some early control without having to expend any util on the playground position.
This round really is a must-win for PERA. They'll try and push up short with 2 players, actually. Flash from Golden to try and help Sapik. He doesn't tuck in long enough for it to be effective, though, unfortunately. And, well, they've managed to actually turn this into a favourable position now early on. PERA with a man advantage. Bibu's pretty low on health, but as I said, they do for now have the 4-on-3. I think that's Aaron who's pushed up on A short right now in behind the stairs. Or actually on the stairs itself, so this could be a dangerous position. I was going to say, even if he got the one and done, it would likely leave the A-bomb site open for the taken, and he just goes down immediately to Golden. And considering they still have 50 seconds left, they haven't really pushed the issue either. They could still bring this back down connector. They could obviously hit the A-bomb site. They've left the question mark there for now, which means that there's 2 players still heavily committed to B.
DGL will rotate round to bank, put himself in a good position, but the Molotov will keep him at bay, so it allows Pepsor to work his way up long. They still have a smoke on HEAP as well. And that's a nade, goodness me. Puts him down to 5 HP, but he still stands his ground. Fair play, DGL. Removes Golden. And now, this is going to be pretty interesting for Eyeballers. They're 2v3, but look at health on PERA. Final round of the half. Pepsor could have everything in the palm of his hand here. Both low HP players in his crosshairs. Bibu goes down. He doesn't even go for the double fight on DGL. Knows it's the AWP. Doesn't want to get swung on and insta-killed. Smart play from Pepsor here. It's going to have to be the rifle of CO, and he could catch him looking the other way, but that's when Pepsor takes the initiative, swings into bank for that kill, looking for the last. Not this time, but HEAP should have a pretty easy swing here. There's no kit for CO, and there's the headshot from HEAP. It's another 7-5 for Eyeballers, but another competitive game. We'll see if it stays that way once again after a break. 7-5 times 2 for Eyeballers. They converted map 1 from this position very comfortably. Let's see if they can do the same again. Heap looking for a peek toward mid as we get started. I believe there is still 5 players for PERA, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I wrong? I'm checking the minimap right now.
I'm not sure.
Yes, there are 5. We can see the X-ray now, so all good. We'll fix the HUD after this round. Don't you worry, guys. Unfortunately, PERA, this round is going to be tough for them to recover, but they at least made it a 3 versus 3. 2 for 2. Heap getting 2 of his own. They can group up and go toward A here as a trio.
Yeah, looking to just stay on this one now. They will find already 2 players in position to A, though. You've got Golden, and I believe that is Pepsor. Golden taking the initial contact here from the sign. He'll be able to hook in towards long if necessary, but no, he actually continues to fight and gets dropped by DGL, who has been the hard carry so far for PERA. And well, with a bit of assistance from Bibu, they've got that A-bomb site under their control. Sapic's left alone, and it should be a much-needed pistol round for PERA unless some massive mistakes are made.
Would be a shock. Sapec has not played the best to his ability this game, and unfortunately, that's just kind of how it works, right? When you're 3 and 9, you'll get peeked on an angle like that, and you try and pre-fire it, but not to be. DGL, well, we called him out, right, in the end of the first half, saying, well, he's kind of hard carrying right now. Well, he's just got a quad kill on the pistol too, right? So, pretty impressive from him to keep it going. We're going to go back in game, of course. We fixed the HUD for you, and we'll get back into it. Eyeballers, no force buy, full eco for the M4s in the next round.
Yeah, I mean, they were effective once they got the guns going back on the D side as well, so just try and aim to get the guns out as early as they can. But you'd expect her on the CT side, though, as well. The USB is able to get a tiny bit of damage there from the boost. That's all it is. The MAC-10s, in the meantime, will just charge out on towards B, and there really shouldn't be much trouble. This should be an easy cleanup and a quick collection of cash. Initial kill. CO's going to push towards the spawn. Kills aren't happening as fast as you expect from these MAC-10s, but they are eventually going to come true, as it's a blender in towards the CT spawn there.
This is the kind of situation where JW will try a knife kill, won't he? But if Poyo doesn't check this cubby, I will. Yes.
Oh,
he actually does check it, but still gets taken down, which is kind of funny.
Doesn't matter, yeah. You can get 1 kill on this.
I'll eat my hat if he didn't check the corner, but even though he did, he still got taken down, kind of incredibly. DGLO gets himself another kill. JW, as you say, tries to get him a little bit of money with the MAC-10, but
if he had got the 1, he would have had an upper. Would have been glass cannon, but still.
Spot on, yeah.
Or as you said, if he got the knife kill somehow, he would have had enough to get the op as well.
True.
Either way, they have the rifles, decent utility. There's no kits, which could be a problem, but it's an okay investment here so early on for them to try and get their feet in the door before PERA can truly take control of this T side early on. And we did, of course, stress the fact that PERA haven't played a ton of games here. I believe only 3 games so far on Overpass, and they haven't had a ton of success on the T side. So this pistol win and the early success, it's kind of a necessity for them.
For sure. The bonus round, though, and that would be something. It started poorly. Golden will get caught trying to retreat, though, and Thanos trying to trade. Decides better of it. Discretion, better part of valor. But kills still come through. JW will get caught. So, 3 versus 3. Minute to go. Heap is pushed up close long, and that could be a position that will work out. The only thing that could be a problem is there are multiple flashes for PERA to possibly make sure that is a hard clear. But because of that, Heap is not to know that, but he takes point himself. That's a lovely find on DGL. Raid boss for PERA, it feels like in this game, and Heap spotted the second player too. Flash bounces back a bit weirdly, but still delays a little bit longer. Utility will come through now, but he still stands his ground, and Pepsor took Bibu in the meantime. Nice round from Eyeballers. 3 alive as well, and a free AWP for Heap to drop over to JW.
Yeah, straight out of gate here. As soon as the guns were available, the op, as you said, even being recovered, which will help a bit with the reinvestment. Sure, they haven't really built up any money yet, but the buy is not perfect from PERA. They're all in as well. So whoever wins this round likely gets a second off the back of it. So if eyeballers find a success here, they're already on double digits, and we'll be looking at a similar affair to how the previous map played out, with the second half just kind of spiraling out of control for PERA. And they really are lacking utility. The early molly as well stops them from getting the cross in towards the playground. My ballers aren't actually super aggressive, though they do have a player pushed up into the bathrooms and one on the long corner. They didn't go with their Molotov, though, to take the initial peek.
Yeah.
That, of course, isn't known by PERA, so they were maybe expecting someone to be already pushed up on mid, so they're going to fall back.
Saw a resmoke on Monster, though. Time to wait this out. Eyeballs actually have done a pretty good job of hanging on to quite a lot of utility here. So we've got 50 seconds to go, and there could be some remollies and re-smokes for PERA to worry about. But they have got a short water control, and that means they can use this one flash. It's only that one flash. It's going to have to be a god tier one to try and get themselves onto the B side. Not working.
Almost overrun there, but Zapik had a little bit of assistance, thankfully. His teammates help him clean it up. Only taking the one kill himself.
Yeah,
That
more
was the
comfortable than I was
force buy.
expecting, to be honest.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to get real dicey. But somehow not a single kill came in for PERA, and now they're left on a full eco. The economy will start building for eyeballers. They're going to likely get that 10th round, as I said. And well, it leaves PERA in a pretty uncomfortable position, where in this next gun round they're going to have to find success and then hopefully build off the back of it with very few errors from that point forward. And in a very strong T side.
Yeah, this is a very powerful position now for eyeballers. CT overpass. 10 rounds, double digits on the horizon. They need to worry about one P250. Closing in on a 2-0.
Quite landing.
Tough shot to hit.
As a player in the bathrooms as well, then he needs to stick around to help out, so he doesn't want to fall back, but that can be really dangerous, re-peeking this angle over and over again, and HEAP might be in trouble as well. It's JW who eventually goes down, so the op is dropped and recovered as well for Aaron. Oh, and that player trapped in on the long corner, forced out. Not going to be caught though. Aaron takes himself off the angle. He took a second before leaving the Molotov, and sure, that sacrificed quite a bit of health, but it did make Aaron think that no one was there.
Yeah, true. That slight hesitation from Golden actually works out with years' experience getting that one. Aaron, a chance at the jump spot, but HEAP is still here. Fresh reload and fresh kills for HEAP. He actually makes it an anti-eco ace in the end, does HEAP?
Heaps of kills.
Exactly. JW may have got caught off, but HEAP was the
What an ego frag.
insurance posse. Exactly. Share them, man. Come on. One each.
Zapik
fair.
needed them more. Let him get that confidence, you know?
Not wrong.
That's all you
It's
need
fine.
sometimes if you're having a poor game. Just a nice round where you find 3 or 4 eco kills and you're like, yeah, my god. You just need that confidence. It's like 75% my name.
I'm sure.
As long as you're not terrible, it's 75% my game.
Yeah, I'm sure Safek just doesn't really care, to be honest. I mean, his teammates are playing super well. It's important to step up when he is absolutely needed. Right now, he's not necessarily needed. It's a great team performance from eyeballers. Golden with the boost up in the following round. Of course, PERA with their guns, but already lost their utility. They have 2 HEs, a smoke and a flash left with 1 minute 20 on the clock. It's not fantastic. Maybe will deal with JW though. And Zapek couldn't exactly swing that to help out that timing, because he could have just lined up and could have been a bit of a nightmare. So he'll just stick there. He's retaken up that position thanks to Pepzor.
Sorry, was closing my window right there. I had the headphones off for a moment. Will he spot the player towards the bathrooms? No, he didn't have vision. Golden does, though. Aaron's going to be pushing in from long and, well, giving away his shoulder. Unfortunately, the right eye peak not working in his favor, as he takes himself a 20th kill and, well, should pretty much solidify the round there with the assistance of Pepser. 11-7. This is not working out for PERA since the guns have been put into the hands of eyeballers. They just have not looked back. We didn't really see any situations like this for PERA in the first half where they took control of the CT side and started building something solid. They never really had that. It was back and forth constantly.
Yeah.
And, well, it looks like eyeballers again in the second half just take full control of the map.
I don't want to say this is the utmost reason why PERA have lost, but if you add up Bibu, CO, and Aaron's kills, you get the number of DGL's kills, which is not really sustainable, I feel like, for PERA. They're going to try a rush off the back of this, changing the pace, but guess what? It's being put down immediately. Sapek gets his eco kills in the end. It's actually a bit more impressive as well, because they are against Tech9's boosted up with Kevlar. 3 for him, make that 4. He's up to a respectable KD of 10 to 11 now.
Here we go.
And eyeballers are 1 away from taking a very comfortable victory.
I said to give him 4 or 5 eco frags. Gets himself 4. Nice spray down for the initial 3 as well. Now he's thinking, cool, I've got the spray control on point at the very least. What difference does it make what weapons they have? And now in this last round, if he gets tested, he's going to be a boss. Just needs that confidence. That's all it is.
Incredible scenes.
Hopefully PERA have a little bit of fight left in them, though. I mean, 5 rounds in a row to get an overtime, it doesn't seem impossible. Not at all. It is a big majority of the game with the new lower scoreline, of course, the lower number needed. Back in the day when it was 16, if you were down 15-10, you're thinking, yeah, I can do this. It seems maybe a little bit more daunting now.
Oh, Aaron already tagged up. He's playing aggressively as well. Is there an HE that could come in here to perhaps break up in that smoke, or he's just going to phase it? He's going to phase it. Poya. Oh, actually, Poya had no idea. If he held the angle, he would have got that kill. But Poya reacts to it. Just position, big wide swing, and makes it harder for JW. So we'll take some damage through Divider. Oh, he's actually playing super aggressive here, JW. He's still here. I think he's been spotted. This is now a problem, but he still gets 1 from it. He'll be happy with that. Golden lurking around from long. Thinking about peeking. I did have a quick glance at it, did PERA. Trying to gauge a timing here as Golden. Looks like this utility comes in. Maybe that's when he pushes round.
Yeah, it does catch a decent time, and in the end to get Poria. Knows there's a player down in connector as well, so it's likely that they are going to be ending this over towards B. That's allowed them to keep the 2 players in position. Pepser do not finding much success. It's Sapik instead who gets the trade before going down himself and leaving Golden now to finish it off. He had a big clutch back on Mirage. It's only a 1 versus 1 that's needed of him this time, and with Aaron on only 21 health as well, he is definitely the favorite rather to win this one out. It's Aaron who's feeling the pressure.
This is tough, isn't it? I mean, Aaron just has to commit to an angle and Golden can check to right, you'd think. Oh, no, he had no idea he was still in water, of course, and that's it. Catches him mid-jump up.
If he just waited the second, he might have even seen him. He was just about to walk into the crosshair, it looked like. That is unfortunate.
True. Well, I mean, you can't win them all. But that could be a bit of a mini lifeline for PERA. It's only 4 rounds, right? Say only. It's going to take a lot of work still,
doable.
But it is doable.
It's a bit harder on the T side for sure. But I mean, if they win this, the economy is on edge for eyeballers. Sapik is so rich that I think they might be able to work it out by just getting a couple of drops in, but either way, they're getting towards the position where eyeballers soon won't be able to just keep on buying everything they want. The problem is, they can't afford to lose a single round, and with already an opening kill from Sapik, things get a little bit worrying. The trade, at least on JW, but that damage from the utility and the spray in towards connector from Sapik, getting himself a kill and tagging Bibu up heavily, and DGL doesn't get away unscathed either, so this is not a good position for PERA. They're moving back around towards Monster. They were spotted there by Pepser, I believe, as well. And with the deep connector play, there could be a very fast flank.
Now a decision on what to do. She's choosing to go 3 through short pipe. I can tell you that the next opponents for Eyeballers and PERA still haven't been decided. They've been exchanged 13-4 maps
Stacked
of
up, eh?
alternate attacks and team space. And yeah, actually a bit of a surprising decision for Eyeballers to stack A here. Maybe they're thinking they just completely ran away from it. I guess they're relying on the big flank, right?
Yeah, but with no defense on the bomb site itself. Thankfully, PERA are really taking their time here, and that is going to let the flank get into position. He should even have himself 2 kills here. Easy. They line up pretty much. HEAP gets the 2, drops the bomb, and leaves DGL in a damn near impossible position here. He's got a player to deal with who's currently sitting on the bomb, and 3 rotating in from that A bomb site. We're going to be there even if he somehow got this kill on HEAP, which isn't going to happen. So there you have it. Eyeballers managed to take the 2-0. It was the prediction we went with. We both went with Eyeballers, I believe, in the beginning, but we were hoping maybe for a more competitive game. It's similar to yesterday where we have that 2-0 with really not too much resistance, bar kind of a bit of back and forth in the beginning of both maps.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the story, isn't it? I mean...